Hello, my name is Tiffany and I'm in Temasek Poly studying the Diploma in Gerontological Management Studies. And so in the future, I would like to grow up to become a social worker to be able to impact lives.
Hi, my name is Petrine. I'm 19 this year. I studied fashion design and marketing. The reason why I'm interested in fashion because I'm always curious to what's it like to start my own label? How does the sales and everything work?
Hi, I'm Annabelle and I am turning 19 years old this year. As a person who enjoys the arts, right, I find it really encouraging when I meet other people who enjoy music and the performing arts.
Hi, I'm Jolene and I have an interest in art and design and all, and I want to be a designer and illustrator in the future.
Today I'll be meeting Dora, who is a medical social worker in the geriatric ward.
So today I'll be meeting Vanessa, who is a ballet teacher.
So today I'm going to interview one of the co-founders of Love Bonito, which is a local brand, a well-known local brand in Singapore.
I have this opportunity to meet Faith, who is a designer in Hope Church, and I'm happy for this opportunity to meet her.
Hello, nice to meet
I'm
you.
Doria,
I'm
nice to
Tiffany.
meet you.
Hi,
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you too.
Hello.
Hi!
Hello. It was quite evident from my secondary school results that I'm not very good at taking exams. So the subject that I did the best in was art.
Previously, I was working in a design agency. I just couldn't find fulfillment or purpose in my job, so I just wanted to find something that was a bit more fulfilling. So then, obviously with my background in ballet, I think that was one of the options, and so I decided to go for it and just give it a try.
I wanted to do something that would have an impact on others, especially people who I felt were vulnerable and socially oppressed. Having gone through the introduction module in uni was a good way to pursue that interest as well as the calling that I felt.
When it started, I must be very honest and say that it was more of like something that we wanted to do because we enjoyed it. But as this business progressed and as the business grew, we really saw the impact that it had in women's lives. And I think beyond that, it's also that the platform that Love Bonito gives to the staff and the employees. And I think we have really seen how it's such a blessing and a purpose-driven company that is really a calling from God.
I feel very much that sometimes people don't see the struggles, the blood, the sweat and the tears that goes behind building a brand. On the outside, on the forefront, we may look very glamorous. Behind the scenes, only we know what we've been through. Only we know the times where we have really cried in desperation. Only we know the times that we have cried in frustration, at ourselves or at other staff as well. A lot of people think that it's very easy to build a business and to run a business, but I think there's still a long way more for me to go. There's a long way more for the brand to go, and this is just merely the beginning.
The main challenge is kids don't usually do what they're told. As per all other normal kids, you need to kind of learn how to manage your class. So to get kids to listen to you, to do what they are asked to, and to fulfill a certain requirement to even send them for exam, I think that's the challenging part.
Design is not all about beauty, not all about beautifying something, but that is this whole how relevant it is to the market, how we can have a broader human impact. That area is very critical as a designer to think about.
I think the number one difficulty is to build your knowledge about the resources in the community. On top of also being very emotionally drained. So that was difficult as well. In the beginning, learning how to cope with those emotions and still be an effective social worker to empower others instead of being dragged down by my emotions. I feel like working with elderly, right, especially persons with dementia, right, they can be so fun to be with. The conversations with them can be very inspiring and you can actually learn a lot.
Best things, there are so many cool stuff every time. I think it's constantly being able to be in awe of new innovations, new stuff, and being always up to date with the best technology and stuff like that. and being able to spark ideas with other creatives. I think that is really one of the perks. Like, you just get to motivate one another and inspire each other.
For me, it's been making a difference in people's lives, be it my staff or my customers, and knowing that I am playing a little small part in their lives in helping them discover themselves in this journey.
Knowing that the kids has taken their skills up to another level, and every week you see them, right? I don't know why, they kind of bring joy to you in the class lah. And when I'm like planning for my classes and all that, I will feel like there's a drive that like, okay, I want to achieve certain things to the kids and stuff like that.
How do you guys, like, as a designer, make money? Like, honestly, or is that like, like what?
Well, you can be a freelancer, that's for one. And another one is joining studios or becoming in-house designers. It's possible to be like a stable job.
What are some of the things I would practically need to have in order to start my own label?
I guess a lot of tenacity, and of course, you know, the right people with you. That's really very important as well. All of us are gifted differently, so we each have our own strengths and weaknesses. So I think for you, it's to find out, you know, what kind of entrepreneur, what kind of business person are you? You know, are you the creative kind? Are you, you know, there's different kinds. So just know yourself, discover, you know, your strengths, and find complementary people who can help you with whatever that you're not good at.
I think the important thing is you must become a self-learning kind of person. Like, don't expect people to feed you or to teach you. There's so many resources on the net right now, and like people that you can find to mentor and stuff like that, and grow your own skills. Keep practicing, keep being curious, keep being interested in things. These are like great attitudes for new designers or new illustrators.
You need to put your hand to it. Yeah, then you will really know. Yeah, you've got to take that step of faith and walk upon the water. Yeah, and then, you know, see yourself be afloat. Yeah. So do it. Don't be scared.
In this very competitive climate, I think it's very important to know exactly what sets you apart from the rest of your competition. There are like thousands of competition out there. Why should people come and shop with you? Why should people visit your website? You know, I think you need to be very clear on what are your unique selling points, like how come you stand up from the rest, you know? Things like that you must be able to articulate very clearly, and it must come across and translate very clearly in your products and your work.
I think there will be challenges faced in this. It's definitely not gonna be all easy, but I guess I'm gonna have to like face these challenges. I know there will be many happy stuff also, so that's something I can look forward to.
To have like greater exposure, like being able to do stuff that are meaningful, that stirs a community, that moves people's hearts. I think that's something that I grew in over these years, and I hope that for all the designers and young designers or aspiring designers out there to keep practicing, to not give up.
I actually am more encouraged to actually grow up faster so that I'm able to step into this career and this industry as soon as possible. And Dora's a really very nice lady, so I hope that when I grow up I can become more like her also.
I remember being a 19-year-old and being really confused and lost about what I would do for the rest of my life. I hope that my story has birthed a little bit of inspiration and hope for Tiffany as she continues pursuing her dreams and her calling to make an impact in the lives of other people around her.
There's a lot of things that I've learned from her through this short interview. To mention that there's a lot of blood, sweat and tears behind building a brand and making them quite successful till today. And I really do have a lot of respect for her and the other co-founders.
I guess ultimately for me, it's really great that so many young people today want and aspire to start their own businesses. Just remember that this is a journey. Pace yourself, surround yourself with positive people, and surround yourself with honest people who will be truthful to you, who will give you the much needed feedback. And well, brace yourself because this is a long journey and be prepared to make lots of sacrifices.
I didn't do very well for A-levels, so the path that I'm going to take will be quite unconventional. Just because you're not taking a straight path, it doesn't mean that the future that you have ahead of you is not good.
Growing up, I never thought that I would choose a so-called unconventional career path.
It's good to hear that there are young people like Annabelle who are interested in the same unconventional path. If you are looking for something in the creative industry or in the creative art scene, I think there's no need to wait. Just go and do what you really want and what you really like. There's no such thing as a mold for a successful life and anything like that. As long as you are really following your passion and you really found what you like to do.